Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to Rolling Line and my attempts to build my hometown layout. So I have actually finally managed to get these pretty much how I want them. The eastern exits from Rugby Station are pretty much done now. Still need to finalize exactly whereabouts the birdcage is going to go, but these exits are pretty good. I need to move the Clifton Road Bridge just a little bit. It needs to go a little bit, come back a little bit, I think. But I've got all of my exits here in with switches, with points in the way that I wanted them. It still feels a little open and sparse, but there's a lot less lines coming out in and out of the station than there was from the track plans I was looking at. They're based on the 60s. So this is the main part of the overpass. I still need to finish boxing this in with little bits of scenery, but I will come back to finishing that off at some point. As you can see, there's no sort of side retaining wall here on this side, and there's a little hole a little bit further round on this side, on there, and that little hole there. But the basic framework of that overpass there is done, and that's the double tunnel. So you've got the main one here, which is fully enclosed, and then it just kind of extends along a little bit, and I need to just flesh this bit out a little bit more. But there's a second tunnel, and that needs to be lengthened a little bit, I think. As I say, I'll come back to that. But I have run some tests. I did have some issues on this line with it constantly derailing. Had to rip some track up and relay it, and ended up having to use quite a bit of flexi just to make sure that joined up perfectly and stopped those derailments. And I've run some tests just to make sure that the lines all work, and they do all work. So the plan for tonight is to continue building out that way. The lines will continue staying together for a little while, and then they will start to split, and these two lines will sort of just gently curve off to the left ever so slightly as they head towards the Daventry Rail Freight Terminal, and then eventually on towards Northampton. These two lines will break away a little bit more aggressively to the right and then shoot off down that way before heading into the Kilsby Tunnel. And then when they come out of the Kilsby Tunnel at the other end, it will then join up with the M1 and run alongside the M1 for a little while. So that's what I'm going to be working on today, just extending the lines out a little bit. We need to get ourselves a little bit more space, so let's lengthen the room out a bit more. Let's put the controller away. Hello again, Wayne. So let's chuck a whole load more on that. It's going to be a very long and relatively thin layout, but the plan is to bring part of it back on this side. So the two lines that head towards the Kilsby Tunnel, I think the plan will be to then bring those two lines back down here as they run on towards, Milton Keynes and stuff. So we might have a couple of small local stations in there, but certainly nothing anywhere near the size of Rugby Station. So I need to go to edit room just so I can pick one of those up. There we go. Let's just drop a few more of these out. I might not even need that one there. Again, all of this will eventually get replaced with proper boarding that sits at the same angle as the tracks, give or take. But I'm just putting these down just so I've got a surface to work on for now. There we go. And let's edit track. There we go. Now I can pick these bits of track up. What I do need is I need another custom track box. Yeah, I'll leave that one there. Let's grab a new custom draw. And we'll stick this just there, I think. Here we go. So I'm not trying to make this as absolutely perfect scale as possible. I'm just trying to create the feel of the lines, so it won't be a sort of a perfect recreation. But I do want it to be nice and close. That might be a little bit too much curve. It does kind of work, but I don't want to put that down just yet. What I want is something shallower, so I want that going to the left. Yeah, that'll do. So those lines will scooch off that way. And now we'll drop that in. Let's make it a bit more pronounced. There we go. So I'm going to put in a very basic turning circle. That's not what I want. That's what I want. Okay. Damn it. So this is going to be a very tight radius. Okay, I forgot. It's not got the same separation. So I just have to scooch that over. That's not going to work now. Damn it. I am going to have to go custom corners. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't have to mess around with the ones I just built, but get the separation right. There we go. I want the angle to go up a bit more as well. I want it to be a... Let's go 90. There we go. That'll do. So I don't know yet if I actually want to put the rail freight terminal in or not. I might do. But for now, I just want to turn it around on itself. Bring it back in. I just want to get to the point where I can actually start to run a couple of trains. There we go. And just to make it nice and clear that it's only a temporary thing, let's dive into our bag of tricks over here. And what's the difference between those? Oh, very wonky rails. Yeah, we don't want that. Let's just go with that. Oh no, that's not what I want. That's just changing the rail type. This is what I want. Let's go with that. I want to get rid of the track bed, the ballast, and I also want to get rid of the sleepers. There we go. So I need to make the room negative width, I think. Yes. Like so. I wonder what happened to that van. There we go. And let's get rid of that track as well. I wonder if I go to desks, I grab that. Can I put this on at such an angle that, there we go. Now theoretically, will it let me attach it to... No, it won't. Alright, well, let's move this. And let's... no, don't... Let's put that there. Let's rotate it round. It's not the right angle. Alright, well, let's angle it like that. Go. Where is... There it is. Props. I think this is what I need. No, it's not props. Maybe it is back in here then. I think it might be. Yeah, there we go. So... No. I don't think this is it. Oh, I see. I see what that's done. That's actually the track bed on the top and then the arch underneath. Okay, yeah, that's not what I want. That's not what I need. That's kind of cool to know, though. So, go away, you. And let's just take that piece out and replace it with a normal piece. So maybe it's in buildings. Did we look in buildings? We looked in props. It's 9 buildings. I don't think it's going to be in terrain, but it might be. Might be in shapes. I don't think it's in shapes. No, it's not. I know I've seen it somewhere. Just not entirely sure where. Let's check terrain. Nope. Maybe it's scenery. Nope. Where is it? Is it in here? Nope. Let me check props again. I'm looking for tunnel mouths. I don't think it's in miscellaneous. No. Where the hell? Gonna bug me now. Won't be in here, surely not. No. Doubt it's in here, but you never know at this point. No. Ah, come on. Where is it? Here. This is what I was looking for. God damn it. Damn it. Let's grab one of those. I'm going to build the basic entrance to the Kilsby Tunnel. Just putting down a placeholder tunnel for now. I'll probably try and build something that's a bit more true to life. But this will do the job for now. Right, so there's that tunnel thing that I picked up a moment ago. It's on 5, there we go. Nope, that's not it. Shit, I've just taken away my ballast. I must have accidentally destroyed it or not picked it up properly. Still need it. Was it 8? No, 8's just paint. Yeah. Once you apply it, it stays applied, it would seem. Okay. Good to know. Will it at least let me adjust it? No, it won't. Damn. So that's spacing something that isn't going to fit. Let me try grabbing that one instead. Now that's the wrong way round. Alright, let's try breaking that group up. There we go. What the hell has it put it there for? I think I've clicked it on the wrong line. I did. Alright, well, let's do that. Let's put that away and let's now copy that. That's the wrong way round. I want that to rotate. Haven't done anything with tunnels before, so this is all kind of trying to figure it out, and it's just going to keep dropping it the wrong way. So I'm going to have to drag this piece over by the look of it. Try and get everything lined up like this. It's just has to be an easier way to do this that I just haven't figured out yet. Doesn't line up quite perfectly. Height looks a bit off. You know, I don't need to have all of the tunnel there. As long as I got my entrance there, that's the important thing. And then let's do another one of those. And let's see if we can just copy the whole thing here. No, it's already part of a group. Okay. Let's put the group tool away. Can at least copy this. Plonk that down there. Now I need the 90-degree one. Okay, just a temporary measure. I need to do something at the other end as well now. And I need to merge all of these lines over here that are active. I have a piece straight. No. No. Those are, but they're pretty short. That looks pretty straight to me. Oh, and it wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me build. Oh, that's frustrating. because these are fixed double pieces, it won't let me connect to the end of them. So I'm going to have to do something a little bit different. I'm going to have to build on the edge of them and then go back to them. Like this. Alright, now I can take out what I don't need. So I don't need that. Oh, damn, I do need that one. I don't need that one. Don't need that. Or that. Or that. Technically, I don't need those ones either, because they're just going to sit there. Don't need that one, or that one. Or that one. Okay, so I need to now merge these lines together. Actually, I wonder. No, they won't line up. I didn't think they would. Alright, let me take these out. Where's my flexi? There it is. needs... it's just going to be a headache trying to figure this one out. That needs to go to there. That needs to go to there. And then this is going to be really unsightly. It won't actually... yeah, not that. Not that at all. Let's go back to the original kind of plan. That's not tight enough. Come on, connect. Go. It's ugly, but it does the job. So, freight to freight, express and express to express and express. So, time for a test. This is what I should have done at this end as well. Wasn't thinking about that. Right, we can fix this. Find some flexi quick. really hope nothing has gone wrong at the other end of the layout while I'm over here. Stop doing that. All right, so far so good. Just hope all my switches are good. They should be. So exiting the station underneath the birdcage. This should all be on a slight gradual curve, this section here, but I didn't really, because it was awkward to try and figure out all the geometry of getting the tracks to the right height and in the right position. I just ended up leaving it straight. Just made it easier. Underneath the flyover, through the little box tunnel. See the Class 43 going the other way. I'm actually catching up to the Class 37, no, Class 35, the high mech. So the train on the left is heading off towards Northampton. Its next port of call would be the Daventry Rail Freight, which currently I don't know if I'm going to put on the map or not. And then this is where this line diverges and starts heading towards London. So in reality, it would enter quite a long tunnel, the Kilsby Tunnel, and it would continue to just edge around towards the right. And then at the other end of the tunnel, it would end up running alongside the L1 for a little while before peeling away again. And now we're on the Northampton line heading back to Rugby. And this time we'll go up and over. This is the most extensive running I've done on this so far. I literally just ran them up and down to the station and back a couple of times just to see that the trains weren't derailing, and that's all I've done. And a couple of quick clearance tests on the box tunnels as well. I may yet extend those lines behind us out a little bit further. I don't want to go too far because I've still got to do the complete opposite side, the western side of the station yet. And that has a similar kind of box flyover situation on it. This is good enough to actually run trains on for now, while I figure out the next steps. I want to try and finish off everything on the east first before I start work on the west. Otherwise I'm just potentially going to leave myself too much to do and not know where to focus on. Yeah, everything is running pretty smoothly, which is nice. If we take a look from overhead, like that. So this is that area. So you can see the trains that will come up here. There's that first little mini box tunnel. So I need to put all the walls and cladding around the side of that. And then here's the second one, the one that's more fleshed out on mine. You can see the line here that comes underneath, comes out here, and then that becomes the down line on there. This is the up line on that side, and then on this side, these two trains, or these two tracks here, merge, go over the top, and then that becomes the up line on this side of the tracks, and that's the down line on the other side. And then as we head along here, we start to get some points in, so you know there can be some swapping of lines where needed, and then we've got to swap onto the other actual set of tracks completely. And likewise here, we've got one that comes onto this line, ready for this junction here, and then we have a connection going back onto these two tracks down here, and then from there we have a split back onto that one there, so that any train can go onto any of those tracks. And there is another one a bit further down here underneath the Kent as we come up to the canal. The canal is something I do want to put in. That's going to be fun, trying to figure out how that goes. And then if we zoom out, so you can see it goes quite a way, and then it just gradually curves away a little bit. This one stays straight and then bends around a lot more and heads down to here, to the Kilsby Tunnel. Whereas the other one carries on this way, goes past the rail freight terminal. Oh, this is the one that goes along the M1, I think, isn't it? No, this one goes underneath. This one goes to the Crick Railway Tunnel. Where does that one come out? And that one comes out here and carries on that way. Whereas here's the Kilsby Tunnel exit, so it curves back towards this way just a little bit, and then at Watford, at the Watford Gap, that's where it runs along the M1 for a bit before peeling away a little bit, stays reasonably close, and then pulls away quite dramatically as it heads to Road Weedon. So I don't know how much of that I'm going to put in. I suppose it kind of makes sense. Where is the rail? Lost the railway. There we go. It does kind of make sense, I suppose, to actually have that go past these buildings, and then it can go into its tunnel here at the Crick Railway Tunnel as it goes under the M1. I just don't know whether I want to bring this one out and bring it alongside the M1. Probably not. That might be a bit too much. And then I still got to do over here where we have our two lines that then separate out, and again we have another one of these sort of flyovers and a double box bridge there for the lines that are coming in this way, and then everything merges up on approach to the station. So there's still a fair bit to do, and then again going out this way, these lines probably won't take all the way out. I'll probably just take them up to, I don't know, maybe this little railway bridge here. Oh, they go over the top of Lawford Lane, don't they? Is there a tunnel? Don't think... Yes, there's a bridge here. I suppose I could go to there. It's a bit of a walk. But there's the canal again. And they just stay above ground for pretty much the entire trek with just these couple of little road bridges. So I don't want to take that out too far. Coming back this way though, these lines, I want to have a nice little run on these lines as well. And again, these don't really go underneath into any tunnels. There's a little flyover here with a Coventry Eastern bypass. Maybe that will be the end point on that side. But I don't just want the station, you see. I want to have some nice long runs that you can have some good scenery on as well. A lot of farmland in the area, so yeah, it's an interesting decision that needs to be made. But you can see how what I've built there tries to resemble what actually happens. It's not perfect, not by any stretch of the imagination, but it does the job that I wanted it to. And then I've got to do something very similar at the other end of the station at some point. But before I do that, like I said, I want to figure out these lines over here. So it looks like I'm going to have to take these out a bit further. I'm probably going to make that curve maybe a little bit more gradual than it already is. And send that off to Daventry Rail Freight. And then into the Crick Tunnel. And that Kilsby Tunnel is going to need to go way further back if that's the case. But here's all the point switching that I got put in. Probably going to have to move these points further along to maybe about here, so that I can put the Kent in there and then have the canal around here. Yeah, definitely some things to think about, I think. So it would just be a short one today. Maybe an hour, maybe two. I'm going to call it here. And I'll continue to work on this. And hopefully I'll have a bit more progress to show you next time I decide to stream this. So thanks for watching. I'm Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more Rolling Line very soon.